All right, welcome back to Chess Tutorials, where we are going through chess.com's tutorial to learn how to play the game, get some good specific skills. Today we're going to be tackling at least some of the intermediate stages, and we'll go straight into it. So let's see.
Put your pieces in the ideal position to control the most important part of the board, the center. Control the center, control the game. Start by putting this pawn in the center.
Seems simple enough.
Good start. Take the center with both pawns. Well played!
She sounded kind of annoyed in that one, didn't she?
Now you take the black pieces, fight for the center.
I was going to say, it's yellow. I wasn't going to do a center control gambit.
Good choice.
It's the one you let me go with.
They're trying to take the center from you. But be confident, they blundered. How can black win material? Well done. Don't put pawns in the center if they're not safe there.
All right, because the queen could have, if we would have went king pawn first, queen would have taken it. I got it. Well, let's move up the board.
Take control of the game by developing your pieces rapidly to squares where they control the center. Develop your knight to attack a black pawn. Great choice. This is by far the most popular move by top players in that position. How can black develop a knight to defend the pawn? A wonderful move. Black develops a knight toward the center and protects the pawn.
As well as attacking that square. I know it did say center, but I wanted to make it clear. So basically the pawn and the knight are both protecting that square.
Develop your bishop to attack a black knight.
So let's see. Oh, it looks like we have the 4 knights opening.
Well played. White is ready to castle. How should you free your queenside bishop to develop?
This is a question. Should I move it up 1 to defend that, thus getting the desired diagonal? Or should I move it up 2 and then do the whole fork thing, which we'll get to later on? We'll go 1.
Nice choice. You can develop the bishop on the next turn.
Okay. Guess that was the right one.
Develop your bishop and attack their knight.
Man, it's kind of awfully demanding.
Well done.
More than normal, you know. It's okay. Right now we're breezing through these. We're going to castle safely.
Learn to castle to safety.
As opposed to castling. It'd be kind of interesting to see this lesson.
Castle to get your king safely out of the center. Yes, that was castling.
Yeah, but it's safe out of the center.
Castling can happen to either side of the board. Yes, nice castling.
That's the 000 that goes queenside. If you noticed last time, it was 2 zeros.
Clear the path so your king can castle. Correct. Now your king can castle.
I actually did that one. You could move it up there too as well, but I was curious if it let me do either.
Castling has to avoid check. Which way can you castle?
Well, I can't actually castle that way because obviously the check, red arrow. So.
Yes, that was the only way to castle.
Correct. It also prevents this one from castling queenside as well, due to the fact that my rook, you cannot castle through check.
Get your king to safety while protecting your rook. Yes, now the rooks protect each other.
So really, it's kind of more of a review from the last game or last tutorial on castling. Maybe a little extra. Hey, I completed the openings without actually learning a single opening yet. But I guess maybe that's a little later on, right? Okay.
Learn how to fork.
Well, that's simple. So right now, I would just teach you. We move the knight up to this square right here. There's a E6 square, and then that is basically taking out a check with the king, as well as with the queen. So if he moves the king, I get the queen, and it could be done with any piece.
Forks happen when you attack two pieces at once.
I know I just explained it. Hopefully.
Yes, that was a great fork. Now can you capture? Great. Thanks to your fork, you captured a queen.
Yep.
Which square is safe to fork from?
So the reason it's asking that is, it gives me two choices. I was kind of thinking that this one would be a third choice because of that. It would be a fork, but it's not safe due to the fact that the bishop would just take it. Same with this square right here. So that leaves us only one square.
Yes, you safely forked the king and the bishop. Can you capture? Your fork allowed you to capture a bishop. Look for the fork.
Oh, look for the fork now. Okay, so the fork is not always a knight, right? In this case, it's actually the bishop.
Yes, you forked the king and rook. Can you capture now? Nice, your fork allowed you to capture a rook.
However, it gave up the knight, so, sometimes it goes like that, I guess.
There's a sneaky fork available here. Yes, you forked the rook and knight. Can you capture now? Amazing. Your fork allowed you to capture a knight.
Yes, I captured the knight with the pawn. However, the rook would just take it next turn. Sometimes it is like that.
Sometimes forks happen when your pieces work together.
That's interesting. What does it want me to do here? Obviously, it's a fork.
Your knight can fork because it is protected by the bishop. Can you capture now?
Okay, I was wondering if I just move the rook down, but I guess with following the value of the pieces, it would not be a good exchange a knight for a rook, right? So, guess that's why I ultimately didn't do that one. So yeah.
Excellent. You captured the most valuable piece.
I did. And he'd be in check there as well. So I don't necessarily lose the knight. And then if he went back that way, I don't know if I'd move down. Oh,
Fork to promote your pawn.
I gotta promote my pawn, huh? Let's see. I guess it wants me to do. Seems awfully weird. Promote my pawn. I don't think that's what the fork is asking me to do.
Not the correct move yet. It's okay to use a hint.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that what would be a good fork, right? If I do that, it doesn't make sense to me. Oh, I know what it's talking about. Fair enough.
Can you now promote?
Yeah.
Excellent.
That was what it wanted. So it took me a minute on that, guys. I only left that in there because, quite frankly, I don't want you to think I've already done all this.
Find a fork with a pawn.
Well, let's see. That would be a simple fork. I don't know if that would be a good fork or not, but I don't see another one available to me. Oh, there's that one.
Yes, good eye. Can you capture now? Exactly. Your fork allowed you to capture a bishop.
And if the knight attacked there, I'd use the queen. Boom. And therefore winning the ultimate exchange. Although some might say I was bringing out the queen too early.
This is a tough one. Look for a sneaky check.
Oh, I see.
Which piece can you capture now? Excellent.
That one didn't take quite as long. Now we know how to do a fork. And a lot of times forks, I love forks. Of course, who doesn't love fork, right? It might be the only fork you love. Especially if you're not used to eating with utensils. Dad joke.
Learn how to pin. Pins happen when one piece cannot move without giving up a more valuable piece behind it.
So in this case...
Excellent work pinning the queen. The king moves away, but now you can win the queen.
And now, in a normal game of chess, the queen would actually go ahead and take the bishop, at least not giving up two pieces. Right, the rook would take it. I understand. But for lessons...
Nice work pinning and winning the queen. Pin the knight to the king. You got it. The knight was pinned to the king and couldn't move. Now you can win a piece. You won a free knight. Great job.
For those wondering why it makes you do the actual capture, it's to build up, confidence. You want to say, oh, I figured out the puzzle and move on.
Look for the pin.
That old back rank mate.
Well spotted. The king tries to defend the pinned bishop, but it's too late. Nice job showing off your pinning skills. Pin it and win it.
So, let's see. Can I pin the knight?
Sharp eye? The king unpins the knight, but now you can win a piece. Exactly, free knight. Sometimes your pieces can team up to pin and win.
Well, let's see. Is that what it's asking me? Is it pin the knight? So I take the rook?
Nice pin. Your bishop and queen team up against the knight. Play the best capture. Excellent teamwork. Your queen and bishop win the knight. Load up on the pin.
Let's see.
Great job. The knight is trying to defend the bishop. It's capturing time. Well timed. Now let's capture the rook. Great job winning material. Their knight is no match for your powerful rook.
Nope.
First find the pin, then add an attacker.
The only pin I see.
Nice work. Now that the knight is pinned, add a second attacker. You got it. The king castles to unpin the knight. Let's win material. Pin it and win it played to perfection. Great job.
Pin it and win it.
Their bishop is pinned to the king. Go win their queen. Excellent. The bishop is pinned to the king, so it cannot capture your queen.
It took me a second on that one because I was like, wait a minute, he just giving me a free one move.
You've pinned their rook. What's the best way to take advantage of it? A stunning checkmate. Well done. The rook is
Yay!
pinned so it cannot block the check.
That's the way. We like it. Now we're going to learn about skewers.
Learn chess skewers.
So this is like the reverse of the pin.
Skewers are backwards pins. You attack a higher value piece, and when it moves, you win a lower value piece.
Simple as that. Where's my king?
Exactly, that was your first skewer. Now you can capture the queen. Congratulations on your first skewer.
Thank you. You see how her voice just seems nicer than when we first started?
Skewer the king to the queen. Yes, now can you finish it? Yes, that was a nice skewer. Their rook is in danger. Yes, now that the king escaped, what is your best move? Exactly. Have your rooks work together to deliver a skewer.
Sorry, I almost went up to that one with my rook because I'm thinking pin. No, they want a skewer. They want me to do it with the rooks.
After their queen escaped, can you still capture a piece? Perfect.
All right. Took me a second. I always have to remind myself it's not always about the king. Sometimes it is about the queen.
No hints this time.
Those are equal. But skewers can't usually be done with a knight. Well, let's think about this for a second here. Okay. If the bishop moves there, obviously that would be pinning, but that would not be the skewer, right? Move him there. I'm not really defended, so I can't move the queen here. Here, really can't move it. Hmm. Hmm. He was just taken, so that wouldn't work. Here. Hmm. I'm gonna try this. I can't imagine it working.
Yes, now can you finish it?
Oh. I'll be honest, I completely did not see that pawn there. Otherwise, I could have caught that in about 2 seconds.
Congratulations, that was a nice skewer.
But again, that's how my mind is working, right? That always works like that.
A skewer with no piece in back?
A skewer with no piece in back.
Now that the queen escaped, can you finish the game?
Well, no. Because if you move if you move the rook there, he could just block it, right? Where else would it want me to go?
Nice checkmate.
Okay, so it's not really a checkmate, though. It's delayed, yes, but not really there. All right. So now we're going to take advantage of trapped pieces. Let's keep going.
Learn to take advantage of trapped pieces. Sometimes you can attack a piece that has no way to escape. It's trapped. Yes, that's the way. Can you capture the piece now? Great, you captured your first trapped piece.
Yay, that does happen.
Your turn.
Well, that was my turn. No. Mm. Mm-hmm. Thinking it.
That's not the way to capture a trapped piece.
Thinking about that trap piece there, but that's not the one it wants me to think of, huh? I don't think it. That's not really a trapped piece, though. Let's find out.
That's not the way to capture a trapped piece.
No, it's not really a way either, huh? So let's see. What trap piece is it referring to? Oh, duh. I had the right idea with the queen.
Good find. The rook is trapped. Can you capture?
But
Exactly.
that didn't happen like
Their
that.
queen is running out of places to go. Yes, you trapped the queen. Can you recapture? Congratulations. Your wall of pawns is looking strong. Use it. Yes, the bishop was trapped. Can you recapture? Great, you trapped and captured a bishop.
The only reason you don't do it with the rook is because then the knight would want it.
No hints this time. Yes, now you can recapture. Congratulations on learning about trapped pieces.
Took me a minute. Nine more to go. Let's see. Sorry. Discovery tactics are very powerful to win material.
Win material by creating discovery tactics.
Fair enough.
Discoveries can create 2 attacks at once. Attack the queen while revealing a check on the king. Black had to move the king, and now you can capture the queen. Exactly.
Boom.
Now the reverse, check the king while revealing an attack on the queen. Good choice. Now can you capture the black queen? Congratulations. Which knight check wins the black queen?
Well, that would be check, but then he just take me, so. I'll do that though. Move it here. He take me too. So I guess because it wants me to exchange.
Good start. What's next? Well done. White wins the queen. Use a discovery to checkmate.
Use a discovery. Oh, to checkmate. Well, it would be very simple.
Great work.
That was a pretty simple lesson. Discovery basically is just about moving one piece over and attacking with the piece behind it. Sometimes I think it might have been better to call it a surprise. Yeah, surprise though. Oh well, I had a discovery. Yeah, completed tactics.
Pawns are best on adjacent files, rather than isolated or doubled.
True.
Pawns don't like being isolated. Capture their knight and connect all of your pawns. Good choice. Now all of the white pawns are on adjacent files.
Now the back pawn don't like it either because if you move one, take him out, the rest of them are weak.
Having pawns on top of each other isn't good. Capture their knight and undouble your pawns. Well done. Their king is going to stop you from promoting unless you undouble your pawns. Good job. Recapture and keep your pawn structure healthy. Good choice. Trade pieces to force your opponent to double pawns near their king.
I don't like this, but...
Good start. How can you use your queen to check the newly exposed black king? Almost there. Where's the checkmate? Well played.
Well played, like you don't even need me. Welcome to the... Okay, it's going to talk to me about Finichetto, or however you say it.
Learn how to dominate the diagonals with your bishops.
Go to the long ones.
Bishops are most powerful when they can see a lot of squares. Activate your light squared bishop.
Activating now.
Well done. Your bishop slices through the center and enjoys tremendous scope down the long diagonal.
As well as if the bishop wasn't there, it'd be a forced check. Oh, not forced check, I'm sorry. What would that be? A trapped piece.
Develop your bishop and pin your opponent all at once.
Developing my bishop and pin my opponent. Well, any pinned right there? Almost. Oh, pin, not skewer.
You got it. The bishop pins the knight to the queen, a great target to attack. Those pawns are about to promote, but your bishop can stop them all. Yes, your bishop arrives just in time, ready to capture any pawn that moves. They're threatening checkmate. How can you defend?
Man, threatening to checkmate me here. Well, obviously, I have to go back to my bishop.
Very well spotted. The bishop defends the pawn and saves the day. Your bishop dominates the dark squares. How can you threaten checkmate?
Well, can I do it in one move? I don't think so. I have to move the queen over here.
Excellent. It's checkmate time. Bravo, the queen and bishop team up to deliver checkmate. Your bishop got trapped. Does that actually matter?
My bishop was trapped. Yeah, actually, it always usually does matter. at this moment in time, I'd say no, it doesn't really matter. However, oh, that's right, because the rook here is protecting that square. So, no, because I can checkmate him.
Wonderful. The power of the two bishops radiates with this checkmate.
Mm-hmm. Rooks love the open files. So let's go.
Learn how to use the powerful rook to your advantage. Rooks are most effective on open files. Let's activate your rook.
Rook activate.
Excellent. Your rook controls the open file and can prepare to start attacking their pawns.
That's pretty simple. I mean, we've been doing backrank mates for a while, so that's kind of one of the things you look for.
Doubling your rooks let them team up to make captures. Double trouble. Your rooks are ready to capture the pawn.
Boom.
Well done. You won a pawn with one rook supported by the other. Double your rooks on the open file.
I wonder if they're going to teach about the alkaline gun. Let's find out.
Excellent. You double your rooks on the open file pointing toward their back rank. Go win black's weak pawn. Doubly good, let's win a pawn. Well done. Your rooks team up to win a pawn. Rooks are also happy when they invade the 7th rank.
Because that usually isolates the king on the back.
Nice move. The king defends one pawn, but now you can win another. Exactly, your rook gobbles up a pawn. Have your rooks team up and dominate. Great job. Your rooks dominate the 7th rank, ready to capture a pawn and attack the king.
Okay, so the alkaline gun that I was referring to was basically when you double up the rooks together, but you add a queen either in the front or behind. So let's see, 3, 4, 5 more to go.
Learn how to maximize the potential of your knights. A nightmare for your opponent.
Never on the side of the board like it has this knight.
Knights like being as central as possible so they can control the most squares. Let's move to the highlighted square. Nice job. Your knight controls twice as many squares than a move ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Knights like to live on outpost squares, a safe spot in enemy territory where your knight is supported by a pawn. Great job. The knight enjoys great square control from this central outpost. Get your knight to an outpost and add pressure to a pinned piece. Well played. Your knight is ready to capture the pinned knight to blast open their castled position. Can you do it? Great move. Now when they recapture, their castled position is ruined. They're about to capture your beautifully outposted knight.
No!
Where can your other knight go so it's ready to take its place?
Well, certainly not here, because then the pawn would take it. So it must be here.
You got it. Now let's create a new knight outpost in the center. Excellent. Your knight enjoys a tremendous outpost square. Have your knight and queen team up to make a strong threat.
And my knight and queen have a strong threat. Well, I'm thinking it wants me to do this.
Nicely spotted. The queen and knight work together beautifully. Can you find checkmate? Impressive checkmate. The queen and knight are excellent attacking partners.
Sorry, women love their horses.
Learn how to best use your queen. Queens are most active in the center. Find a good square for white's queen.
So, okay, now might be a good time to pause and tell you to go watch History of the World. So, the next thing, knight jump queen, bishop jump queen, all the pawns jump the queen joke makes more sense. But that's what I was thinking about. I'm gonna get canceled. It's okay. Can't go there because it would just take me out.
There's a better move. Try to find a safe center square for your queen.
Yeah, okay. That wouldn't have been safe anyway. That's not safe. That's not safe. I guess that would be the safest.
Good choice. White's queen dominates the board. If a queen develops too early, the opponent can gain time by attacking it with less valuable pieces. Well played. Black must lose time moving the queen to safety.
That just means moving the same piece twice in the first 10 turns.
A queen supported by another piece can often checkmate.
Such as this.
Good choice.
Well, you told me it was checkmate, so.
Queens are great at making forks. How can you attack the black king and an undefended pawn at the same time? Nice move.
Thank you.
Let's continue the game. What can you capture to make another fork? That was a fork too. What can you capture next? That's a free rook. Great job.
Yeah. So if any of this has been helpful to you, let me know,
A passed pawn is a pawn that can't be blocked or captured by an opposing pawn. Passed pawns have no pawns stopping it from promoting. Ignore the temptation to trade and create a passed pawn. Your passed pawn can't be stopped. Can you push it to promotion? Yes, can you correct, one move left. Can you make it? Great. You pushed your passed pawn all the way to promotion. Safely create a passed pawn, then push it to promotion. Good start. How can you run your passed? Well done. Black won't be able to stop you from promoting the pawn. Can you do it? Nice promotion of your passed pawn. Make a passed pawn as fast as you can. Great idea. Good work. Can you promote next? Great, you created a passed pawn and moved it all the way to promotion.
At that point, you might as well tip your king. All right.
In the endgame, it's often essential to stop your opponent from promoting a pawn. Cover their promotion square with your bishop. Great job! How can you cover the promotion square? Good choice. Can you capture now? Great defense! How can you win their pawn before it promotes? Great start. What's next?
That was a skewer.
Well done. The pawn is going to promote, but if you're careful, you can still catch it. They can promote, but don't give up. Well played. What's next? Great job. Black will recapture and the game ends in a draw. Kings are surprisingly fast in endgames. If you can reach the square the pawn makes with its goal, then you can catch it. You're inside the square. Keep chasing. Almost there. One more step. The pawn promoted, but you're right next to it. Great job. You caught the pawn by staying inside the square. The game is a draw.
I win. Where is their king?
Promote your pawn and don't let Black's king catch it. Great start. Can you continue?
I almost captured it.
Yes, one more square to go. Great promotion.
All right, last one of the night.
A queen and king can work together to checkmate a lone king. When their king is on the edge of the board, you can deliver checkmate with your queen if it has your king's support. Good work. That's what a typical king and queen checkmate looks like.
Typical.
A neat trick to force the king back is to put your queen a knight's move away. It boxes in the king. Good choice. Once the king is in the corner, going a knight's move away is stalemate, so give the king an extra square of space. Good idea. Black's king is stuck on the back rank. You know where their king is going to go. Where should your king move, so checkmate is next up. Nice move. How can you checkmate? Checkmate, good work.
All right, that was simple, guys. We made it through the intermediate. I'll be honest, when I started, I didn't think we were going to do it. But we're there. We're ready for advanced. That's the next video. If this has been helpful to you, again, put a comment below, like. If there's something in this video I could have done better, please let me know, just playing around, like I said, ultimately wanting to give you an opportunity to learn the game, but not necessarily do it alone. Kind of fun. Also helps me get videos and stuff, because later on, when I give out better chess lessons, I will talk a little bit more, because I won't have this there. But anyway, I thought it was fun. Anyway, have a good night, and I will see you on the next video.